Hello everyone! Kumusta na po kayong lahat dyan? I hope we are all well at sana lahat tayo ay healthy at masaya. It's good to see you again. Here we are today to make kombucha. And what is kombucha? Kombucha is a probiotic fermented tea drink. Yes, probiotic, and it's very healthy. Sabi nila, it could help lose weight, reduce our belly muffins, lowers cholesterol, controls high blood sugar, contains antioxidant, and many other more health benefits. I am not stingy but I am frugal. So para makatipid, I like to make lahat na probiotic foods and fermented foods. Name it, from kombucha, rice wine, yogurt, apple cider, miso soup, sauerkraut, pickles, and etc. etc. Burong isda at kanin ang hindi ko pa nagagawa. Kaya naisipan kong gumawa ng kombucha kasi my favorite bottle of kombucha in the grocery costs almost $3. So aside from makatipid ako, I can share them with friends too. Some of my friends actually requested me to make videos of the probiotic foods that I have been making. So abangan. Join me at umpisahan na natin. In kombucha making, we need tea bags. While waiting for water to boil, let's get to know SCOBY better. SCOBY is an acronym for symbiotic culture of bacteria in yeast. I will show you our pretty mother SCOBY. It has a soft, gooey texture like gelatin. Sometimes cute siya, sometimes creepy looking. But do not judge SCOBY because SCOBY is not a book. Huwag hamakin si Queen Mother kasi walang kingdom ng kombucha kung wala siya. In rice wine fermentation, we need yeast balls, while in our kombucha tea, we need our mother SCOBY. The SCOBY is needed so the sugar will turn into alcohol, carbon dioxide, and acid. So where can we find SCOBY? Dito sa California, sa groceries. You can buy plain raw bottle of kombucha to make your own SCOBY. But I was not able to find one in the grocery, so I ordered the starter kit online from Amazon. Sa Pilipinas, meron daw binibenta online. Mga 400 pesos daw ang isang starter. Our water is boiling. In my first attempt to make a kombucha, I started with 1/4 cup loose leaf black tea. After several months, I have tried the half and half, 4 black tea bags and 4 green tea bags. It is a no-no to use flavored teas and teas with oils, or else your kombucha will put to waste. While steeping our tea for at least 30 minutes, mix warm water to the sugar to completely dissolve before adding it in our cold tea. Like all fermentation process, we need sugar to feed our SCOBY. Remember, one of the tips, use white sugar in the first fermentation, especially if it is your first time. Why? Because it's the easiest available source of sucrose to break down and easiest for the kombucha culture to eat. Our mother SCOBY is very choosy. SCOBY will be starved if sugar substitutes like honey, brown sugar, artificial sugar, coconut, palm sugar will be used daw. Our mother cannot work efficiently when starving. Just like me, parang ako'y lumalakas at sumisipag pag kumakain ng dark chocolate. It's time to pour the sweetened tea in our glass jar. So why do a lot of people are going gaga over kombucha? Maybe because it is refreshing, and maybe because of its health benefits being a probiotic drink. According to Dr. Tim Spector, he said, there is another newly discovered organ in our body, which is microbiomes. It has trillions of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protists. It is the main driver of our immune system, and it controls our digestion. At ito ay matatagpuan sa ating gut o tawag nating bituka. So we have already 8 cups of water in our glass jar, and I have cut my fingers, so I am using the tongue to get the mother. We are adding our mother SCOBY in some of the starter tea. Ayon naman kay Dr. William Lee, 50% ng katawan natin ay bacteria at 50% human. Could you just imagine 99% of these trillion microbes are in our gut? So this is why we need prebiotics and probiotics in our diet. Do not get confused sa prebiotic at probiotic. Prebiotic foods are specialized fibers from some types of foods. Ito daw yung mahirap matunaw na fibers na dadaan sa digestive system at mapupunta sa colon na kung saan doon ang mga friendly bacteria. Ito in short ang breakfast, lunch, merienda at dinner ni probiotic. Example nito, mga bananas, whole grains, beans, onions, garlic, and many more. Whereas in probiotic, these are live microorganisms na idadagdag natin sa mga microbes na nasa bituka na natin. Kung sobra ang bad bacteria sa ating bituka, probiotic helps to fight off the bad bacteria for a healthy balance in our body. I-short na doon natin ang pangalan ng magkapatid na to at nabubulol ako kanina pa. Gawin nating P1 si prebiotic at P2 si probiotic. P1 and P2 foods both help our gut bacteria healthy and help boost our immune system, while P2 helps prevent cancer cells growth, prevents weight gain or obesity, which everybody likes, and promotes mental health. Tatakpan na natin ng coffee filter ang ating kombucha na secure na natin with rubber band. So let our jar sit in a warm and dark place where it should not be disturbed for at least 7 days or more. Pwedeng silipin pero huwag kalugin because we do not want the SCOBY formation to be disturbed. After 16 days, it is time for our second fermentation. Nagtagal kasi ito kasi winter time. Ang isang sikreto ng fizzy kombucha ay ang mga bote. We need sterilized bottles with cap that could be tightly closed. At saka swing top bottles so as to trap the carbon dioxide or tawag nating carbonation so that our kombucha will be fizzy or bubbly when we drink them. Pag hindi okay ang mga bote, it's so frustrating kasi flat ang ating butch. I still have some of my favorite mango pineapple ginger flavor in the fridge, so I decided to make ginger lemon flavor, apple and pear flavor today. Besides, these are the fruits I have at home. For herbs, vegetables, or fresh fruits that are not sweet, it is advisable to add at least half teaspoon of sugar in your bottle. Even in the second fermentation, kasi our butch needs sugar to feed the yeast. I ran out of sugar, so I decided to use unfiltered organic apple juice as my sweetener. Because our lemon and ginger at saka yung mga fresh green apples and pear natin ay hindi masyadong matamis. Sa second fermentation, this is the time to personalize the flavor of our fermented tea. As I have said, we could use different kinds of fresh fruits, fresh juices, or even the bottled juices or vegetables, herbs, and even chili if you want your butch to be hot. Tinanggal ko na ang mga mother SCOBYs sa ating fermented tea. Be sure to stir the bottom of the jar to mix all the bacteria, yeast, or living organisms na nandun sa ilalim for equal distribution in each of our bottles. Do not use metal when making kombucha. Always use glass jars. Pwedeng gumamit ng ceramics, woods, and plastic kitchen utensils but not made of metal. I hope you can see the strands when we pour our fermented tea in our bottles. Hindi mga libag yan, kundi yan ang mga kailangan nating mga microbes. Hindi ko pupunuin ang mga bote para sa fruit slices po. In second fermentation, it is also called non-aeration fermentation. So, pwede nating itago ang mga bote natin sa loob ng cupboard above the stove para mas mainit. The warmer temperature, the better. So, we will check them after 4 to 7 days. Panglimang araw na to ng ating second fermentation, and it is our burping time. Burping means opening our bottles to release the excess pressure to avoid explosion or what they call butch bomb. This is our lemon, ginger, apple flavor, and yung tatlong bote ay mga apple and pear flavor. I just want to show what carbonation does in our kombucha tea. So while others say that we have to burp it every day, some say no because we are just releasing much of the carbonation daw, so nai-interrupt yung second fermentation. In warm temperature, carbonation is more aggressive than in winter time. I always prepare paper towels or clean cloths to cover the bottle just in case pag mag-ala champagne mood. Naghuhuramintado, so always be prepared, ika nga. What I usually do kung naghuhuramintado at ayaw paawat, I put the bottles inside the fridge para kumalma at mag-chillax muna. After burping, we still leave it in a room temperature so they will get back to carbonation again before putting them inside the fridge para VC at hindi flat when we are ready to drink them. So, it's kombucha tasting time. Ito ang ating apple pear flavor. Kalmado na, like kanina. Remember, homemade kombucha has more alcoholic content, up to 3% now than those kombucha we buy in the groceries, which has only 0.5% to be considered as non-alcoholic drink. So the longer it is in a room temperature, the alcohol content increases. For those who are new to drinking kombucha, maybe it is best for you to start out with just drinking a small amount. Baka kasi may reaction sa katawan nyo. So, pwedeng okay sa iba, pero hindi okay sa iyo. Kasi, hindi pa sanay ang mga tiyan nyo. We will taste the lemon ginger apple flavor. It is not as fizzy as the pear apple flavor, but that is okay. I love adding ginger in my pooch, pero hindi lahat gusto ang luya. So, I opted for no ginger in some of the bottles for a variety. Our lemon apple ginger flavor tastes sweet and sour, and I like it. So, okay na to. Perfect. May tamis na, may asim pa. Kumpara sa ating apple pear flavor na is still sweet for me. Kaya I will still leave it for maybe 3 days sa cupboard para namnamin pa ng yeast ang tamis at aasim pa ng konti. It is best to refrigerate our kombucha pag na-meet na yung preference taste ninyo. So, thank you for watching. Happy kombucha making!